Hello and welcome to Grim Reactions. I'm Erik and today we're watching Avatar: The Last Airbender Episode 11. In the previous episode, there was a lot of interesting topics raised, I thought. Like how far is too far? What would you do to answer injustice? If the answer is commit injustice, then you're wrong. I think the only way forward is forgiveness, really. Forgiveness and reparations. I did enjoy Sokka having another chance to shine. I really like his character. I think he's my favorite. He keeps surprising me with how willing he is to look outside his upbringing. How willing he is to take in new ideas and new concepts, how willing he is to look past his own prejudice. That's really impressive to me, because it's hard. I mean, I'm gonna sound like an ass, but I don't find it hard to do so, but it's so clear to see in society that it's a major problem for so many people. And here's the thing. I say I don't think it's hard to look past your prejudice. I try to not be prejudiced against anyone or anything. But I may have blind spots. Areas where I don't realize that I am being prejudiced. That's when we count on people around us to set us straight and to help us see where we're lacking. Because it's often hard to see the problem yourself if you're too close to it. Which you are, because it's about you. So I don't know, but I hope I'm not. I try very hard not to be. But with that said, let's dive into this episode. I'm excited. If you like what I do and would like to support me, you can do so on my Patreon. Link for that is available in the description. On my Patreon, you will find unedited versions of these Avatar reactions. And you will also find unedited watch-alongs for everything else I've done, movies and TV series. So pop on by if you feel like supporting me. In the description, you will also find a link to my Discord server. So if you want to come by and have a chat, you are most welcome.
I can try and teach you some of the stuff I know.
Hey, I'm bending it already.
I really enjoy this previously segments. It's great as like a refresher, like remember this, and like pay attention to these themes because this is going to be important in this episode.
Besides, that tarp makes a pretty warm blanket.
But what if it does rain?
What if it
Yeah,
doesn't?
it's gonna rain.
I would have put the tarp up for nothing.
Yeah, but what if it does rain?
Well, if you don't like my firewood...
Fine by me, if you're not gonna do...
I get the grub if you guys got the... Hey, where's the campfire? And what happened to the tent?
Why don't you ask Miss Know-It-All?
I think they've been too close to each other for too long.
You just switch jobs.
Sounds good.
Whatever.
You see that? Settling feuds and making peace. All in a day's work for the Avatar.
Don't get too cocky now, Aang.
Is that your tribe?
It most certainly is not. That's the Zhang tribe, a bunch of low-life thieves. Of course you didn't. That's the ignorance I'd expect from a messy Zhang. So unorganized.
Okay. I see what we're doing.
Wait, here they come.
Fancy and orderly versus the more crude barbarians.
Into these spoiled Ganjins? I mean, we're refugees too, and we've got sick people.
Yes, can't you just go together?
Maybe you Zhangs wouldn't have so many sick people if you weren't such slobs.
Oh my god, this is... Oh. I guess my little spiel about prejudice comes in really handy for this episode, huh? Oh, that's fortunate. Or unfortunate, depending on how you see things.
Alright, here's the deal. You're all going down together and I'll be here will fly your sick and elderly across. Does that seem fair?
Yes, force them to get along.
Are you sure it's a good idea getting involved in this?
To tell the truth, I'm not sure. But when have I ever been?
No food allowed in the canyon. It attracts dangerous predators. No food?
Of course, both of them are gonna lie. They're gonna have food stashed away, and the danger will approach.
We're heading down in 10 minutes. All food better be in your gut or in the garbage.
Here's my prediction. They're gonna keep food. Both of them. Both of the tribes are gonna keep food. And trouble is gonna arise, and they're gonna have to work together.
The spirits are still angry. Hope you all brought sacrifices.
Like, I can't hear sacrifices without thinking human sacrifice. I don't know why.
Gotta make sure we can't be followed.
Hey!
We're safe now.
Yeah, you're safe now.
We gotta help him!
You go, Sokka.
Okay, now we gotta help him!
You need something more substantial. There you go.
Without my arms, I got no bending. In other words,
We're trapped in this canyon.
Oh, that's not good. Trapped with two groups of people who hate each other. Sounds like great fun.
It's the Zhangs. They took food down here even after the guide told them not to.
So the other ones did too, because they were so sure the other ones were gonna keep food.
we need to get out of this canyon. I won't die down here. I won't become part of the food chain.
You are. You're at the top of it, but, you know, you're still part of it.
We'll travel in 2 separate lines.
It's not a good idea. Exposure is the only way to resolve prejudice. Because do you know there's more that brings us together than divides us? And when you're forced to spend time with people, you see that. That's why the cure for racism is traveling.
You really think it'll rain?
No, but you can never be too careful, right?
Cats and dogs, man.
So it was you guys who had food.
Oh, come now. You really think that tribe of thieves isn't smuggling food?
Yeah, quality excuse, dude. Quality excuse.
I bet you would enjoy hearing some history.
Yeah, let's hear it. Come on, let's hear it then.
You can never trust a Zhang.
Okay. Katara, come on.
The Ganjin think so badly of us, they probably assumed we brought food in and decided to bring food in themselves. That's why we brought food in.
Yeah. Other people are doing things that wrong, so we should also do things that are wrong. That sounds like a great way forward.
Never forget that injustice.
That's just terrible. You gonna finish that?
So the Zhangs sound like they are more in the right. But, yeah.
Anyhow, I guess our biggest problem is getting out of here.
I'm not so sure the two problems are unrelated.
Yes, you're gonna need teamwork. And you're gonna have to they're gonna have to talk to each other. Or there will be, like, how are they gonna get past their perceived injustices if they don't air them out and talk?
Let's get everyone together at the base of the canyon wall.
Here we go.
And figure out a way up this cliff.
Maybe the Zhang can climb the wall with their long, disgusting fingernails.
Sorry.
Harsh words won't solve problems. Action will.
Perhaps the Avatar is right.
Oh, you're gonna fight now?
Perhaps he is.
Yeah, you're gonna fight now, aren't you?
Harsh words will never solve our problems.
Ah.
Action will.
Idiots. Nice. Aww. Aang is getting angry.
So hungry. Is that egg custard in that tart?
It's just one day, dude. Oh boy.
We barely survived one.
They're coming back for me. They've had a taste.
I would like to see Aang use like a pressure cutter. Just a guy with a boomerang.
Everybody, watch me do what I do!
Oh, lead by example, Aang. Isn't that just right? Yes, now they're working together. Look at that. And when you work together, you can overcome everything.
We're riding out of this hole!
You can conquer any challenge. If you only work together. Morals, yay!
I never thought a Ganjin could get his hands dirty like that.
And I never knew you Zhangs were so reliable in a pinch.
Perhaps we're not so different after all.
Thank you.
Jin Wei? Wei Jin? I know those guys.
Yes, yes, we're all aware.
No, he actually knew them.
Twins, in fact. And they were 8. And most importantly, they were just playing a game.
There were 8.
So the official put him in the penalty box. Not for 20 long years, but for 2 short minutes.
Oh, that was... Oh, that was so childish.
As soon as someone got the ball from one goal to the other, everyone would yell, "Redemption!"
That's a stupid game.
Respected each other's differences enough to share the same playing field.
I suppose it's time we forget the past.
Oh, what a silly conflict. I think Aang was lying. I think he made that up. Yeah, no, he must have made that up.
The Earth Kingdom capital as one tribe.
I'm going too. I'm sick of this place.
You could call it luck, or you could call it lying.
What?
I made the whole thing up.
Yeah, it did sound too silly.
Now where's that custard tart? I'm starving.
Oh, it sounded too silly to be true. Oh man. What a silly conflict. But, I mean, that's true for many things. There's so many different sects and different systems of belief and so much war and fighting and conquest over whose made up friend is right. I wonder if that was the intention with this episode. The solution. Just showing how ridiculous it is. All this infighting or fights between different peoples over differences that are, to an external observer, ridiculous. Like Aang made up a completely ridiculous story. Completely bogus. Because he felt that that's how silly the conflict was, in essence. I don't know if that was like a intentional. That's what I got from it, at least. I don't know, man. This is just, it's a parable for so many things. Racism, nationalism, xenophobia, religious conflicts. I don't know if he was the first to say it, but I keep remembering the words of Anthony Bourdain that, yeah, at the end of the day, there's more that brings us together than drives us apart. You just gotta try to keep an open mind and talk to people. And you'll find out that they're okay. That they're not so different. It's sad. It makes me sad, this episode, in a way. Because there's so much conflict in the world that is just completely unnecessary. And it's frustrating to see, you know. But in the end, they got there. They finally started to open their minds a little and try to talk to each other. Who knows if it'll last? It often doesn't. But, you know. But that's that. That was episode 11. I enjoyed it. It was a little hammy, but I mean, it's a show for... There's a lot of things about Avatar that's ageless, you know? That's useful and relevant for anyone at any time. But I mean, it's conceived as a show for kids. It's a children's show, so I understand that it hams it up a bit to be like to kind of beat kids over the head with the message. Although a lot of kids are, as we all know, kids are smart in their own way, but kids are also stupid in their own way, you know? So you need to be need to overstate your points often with kids. Speaking from experience. And with that said, I'm done for today. This has been Grim Reactions. I've been Erik. I thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.